Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is LuLu. This is LuLu Creations, and this is my very first review of 2019. So, holidays are over. Diet's back on full swing, but kind of fell off there for a little bit. So, what do you do? In my case, I detox. So, I actually got the Lemon Kind detox kit from a friend. She ordered the 3-day detox and then she was like, this isn't for me, do you want it? And I was like, girl, I'll always do a detox. So this is what you get. So there's 3 of these. There's 8 pouches in here that you drink every 2 hours each day. And each pouch has a different purpose. So you wake up and you start with Vibrance, and then 2 hours later you drink Awareness, and then 2 hours later you drink Transformation, and then it's Strength, and then it's Vibrance again, and then it's Awareness, and then it's Strength, and then it's Renewal. It's Renewal. So each of these pouches, or juices I should say, I just call them pouches because that's what they're in. They're an aseptic spouted pouch, and they are designed to get you through that point of your day. For instance, Vibrance has green tea in it. You're going to be drinking that as soon as you wake up in the morning. So that's really designed to get you up, get you going, get your metabolism going. Now for me, when I've done detoxes before in the past, I've always been told no coffee. And my holidays were spent on a lot of coffee, diet soda, and alcohol. So I was ingesting 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. So when I was thinking about doing this detox, I was like, oh, I can't have any coffee, no coffee. Now, I didn't go on the FAQ page and read about it like I should have. Instead, I just kind of read the box and went with it. And the box didn't say anything about coffee. What the box says, first of all, on the front, it says, 1-day super detox me cleanse, botanically infused fruit and vegetable juice beverages, non-GMO, vegan, and gluten-free. I am not super concerned with certifications. I work in the food industry, if you didn't know that, little side fact. So when I see these, like, I know what goes into it, and some of them, I'm not gonna lie, are BS. Some of them, you just go to a website, type it on in, and boom, you're certified. And what is that really doing? And some of them are a lot more work. Like organic is a ton of work. So when I see certifications, I'm just kind of like, that doesn't mean I take it for granted. But what's really cool is on the back here, they have all of these other certifications that I never even heard of before, knew that you can get. Women owned. So that's like a certification that you can get if you're a woman-owned company. And then they have like the TerraCycle certification. So this box, oh my God, it just almost hit my face. Box is like 100% recyclable. That's really awesome because they have all these other certifications like vegan and gluten-free, just kind of really upholding the mission statement that this company is really trying to get across, which to me is we're honest and we're forthright and we're truthful. So already off the bat, I am liking what I'm seeing on the packaging. This is a 3-day cleanse. You can do a 1-day cleanse. If you go to their website, you can see that they have 1-day cleanses and they also have 3-day cleanses. Like I said, I received this as a gift from a friend. So I did not actually go to their website and purchase this. However, today was my first day of doing the cleanse and I posted about it on social media, and I got a response from the company today from my post. Like, that just goes to show that they care about their customers and who is using their product because they're taking their product seriously. So that is something I can really respect, because way too often you find companies that will just like give you products, but then they will never check in on you again because they're just kind of like you're one in a dozen. Who cares? Also, if you read the bio, it's really, really, really sweet. I'll link it. Yeah. So the back of the box says, our Super Detox Me juicing experience consists of quality, good-for-you blends of nutrient-rich superfoods and botanicals, each selected to carefully promote a healthier and active lifestyle. Okay, so think about it this way. Everything that you eat leaves a scar in your body, okay? And after a while, you get so much scar tissue built up that your body can't even really digest things properly because of what's going on inside with all that scar tissue. So detoxing is a way to get rid of all of that scar tissue and start clean so your body can get back to the way it was. I wasn't drinking hardly any water during the holidays, which meant that my body was retaining all water. Like, when I think back on it now, I like kick myself really hard because every little bit of water I drank, my body was holding on to for dear life, and that becomes water weight, and that's annoying because I should know better. I should be drinking the appropriate amount of water so that my body is not doing that, especially if I'm like, hey, I'm trying to lose weight for a wedding. it's stupid, you know? Like, I know what I should be doing, and for some reason I'm just not doing it. But we're back on track. So today was my first day of the detox, and I wrote down a few notes. So when I first woke up, I immediately wanted coffee, and I was angry. And what helped me, honestly, was posting about it on social media, because I was like, at least everyone knows I'm suffering. That's so stupid, but isn't that kind of what like people do on social media when you're angry? So for me, that was my little event. Couldn't have coffee, drank Vibrance on my way into work, which was weird because I really do enjoy my drive into work with my hot coffee, and instead I had something cold. However, it felt very light. Normally when I wake up now, not during the holidays, but before, like pre-holidays, and now when I wake up, the first thing I do is chug 8 ounces of water, because that is a method to get your metabolism going. With this, it kind of did that same thing. Like, I already drank my water at this point, but on my way into work drinking this Vibrance, I was like, wow, I feel really good. I feel very awake. And it didn't really bother me because I don't get very, very hungry in the morning for breakfast anyways, so it didn't really affect me that I hadn't eaten at that point. The only thing I was worried about is I take supplements and vitamins every single morning, and if I don't have something in my stomach, I will get nauseous. So I was worried about that, but good news, didn't get nauseous. So went into work, bypassed the coffee machine. Everyone was kind of like, oh, hey, what's that? Because I had to carry one of these in, and it's very convenient because it's got this little handle. So I just take this whole thing into work, and that's my lunch. And it was very convenient that I could just wake up and not worry about breakfast or worry about a lunch the night before. I just woke up, got dressed, and left. That was awesome. I got to work really early today, which I shouldn't have done because now my boss knows I could get there earlier if I wanted to. Drank Vibrance, and then 2 hours later, it was like 9 o'clock before I knew it, and I was like, oh, I get to drink Awareness. So I was kind of excited to get up and try a different one, and I was really excited just to kind of taste them, and it wasn't really hitting me that I wasn't eating. So for me, the hardest part of my day came at 11:30, because that's when I really eat my first meal of the day. My normal eating schedule is I wake up and I eat like some type of protein drink or a fiber one bar or maybe like a bagel, and then I go into work and I drink a bunch of coffee and a bunch of water, and then at 11 o'clock or 11:30 I have like a salad and carrots and ranch and cheese, but normally it's a big salad, it's a big lunch, and I will eat the whole thing between 11:30 and 1. And today was the first day when that came, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get another juice. So everyone was kind of making fun of me at this point. They're like, Olivia, are you really doing this? And I'm like, yes, I'm doing this. By the way, up until this point, I had not had any coffee, but I got a response from the company saying, yes, you can have coffee. And at this point, it was like 1 o'clock. And I was like, oh, I can have coffee. And I went and immediately got myself a cup of coffee. So one of the things I noticed around this time that it was getting harder was transformation was really, really great for getting me out of that mode. I wasn't hungry. My stomach was not growling. I felt fine. What I missed was like the physical eating. And that kind of scared me, because maybe I just eat half the time because that's what I want to be doing and not necessarily what I need to be doing. And so that's why I think it's cool that I have the 3-day detox, because I am trying to break habits, and that is something they bring up on their website, is that if you are trying to break habits and start a new diet, you should do the 3-day detox. If you're just kind of trying to rejuvenate, just do the 1 day. So for me, it was really eye-opening. 1, don't eat coffee. Don't need 4 cups of coffee. My first cup of coffee today was at 1 o'clock. Blew my mind. Second, I wasn't hungry, and yet I was upset because I couldn't put something in my mouth, as silly as that says. I definitely told my coworker today at one point, I was like, I just want to deep throat a hot dog. So then what ended up happening was at 3 o'clock I could have my next drink, and it ended up being Vibrance again. And I was a little upset, not for any other reason other than like, have you ever ate the same thing 2 days in a row and you're like, I just don't want to do that again? Well, that's what that kind of felt like. But the good news is that they taste good, and I really liked how fresh and clean they tasted. So it wasn't that big of a deal. It was more of a psychological thing, just being like, oh, I'm having the same thing again. And that's really half the battle for me. Having to do the same thing over and over again makes it less appealing. So when I hit Vibrance, I was kind of like, great. But that's fine. I went ahead, I drank it, and I felt fine. And then I got to drink one on my ride home, and I got to drink one at 7 and my next one is in half an hour. So I usually stop eating 3 hours before bed because it can mess with your digestive system, it can mess with your sleep, but this is allowing me to drink something at 9 o'clock at night, which is supposed to relax me and help me go to sleep. And I took my PM supplements and vitamins with this as well, and I did not get nauseous. So both times, AM and PM, I did not get nauseous with this product, which is really awesome because I was so worried about the fact that I would be on a juice cleanse and getting nauseous because I didn't have actual food in my stomach. So let's talk about some other things that occurred on my day 1. By 11 o'clock, which is your third juice of the day, I was counting down the time. So I would be like, okay, it's 11:30, I have an hour and a half until I can drink again. Okay, it's noon, I have an hour until I can drink again. And I quite literally did that from 11 until now. I'm still looking at the clock. I'm still like, when can I drink again? And honestly, that has nothing to do with the product, nothing to do with the brand. That's just me and my eating habits. And that's kind of good because it's showing me that I don't need to be eating as much. It's also, you know, there's a lot that's being brought to light with this, and it's kind of putting me through a little bit of a boot camp, which is good because I want to be better, I want to do better. So that is it for day 1. I have day 2 and day 3 to go through, but I hope with this little recap, oh, and I want to show you guys the boxes. So your box looks like this, and we're going to peel this guy back. So the box opens up like this, so you pull this out and then the lid comes up, and inside are all of the juices, and they are labeled. So you can see on the top is vibrance, so you have vibrance, and then you have awareness, and then you have transformation, and it just keeps going on back. So in each of these aseptically filled pouches, spouted pouches, which is funny because we do this at work, so I know a lot about these. They are 12 fluid ounces of juice. Today's video, I talked about, you know, the brand, and I talked about what the process is. So I think for tomorrow's, I'm gonna pay more attention to the taste. So happy day 1 of this detox, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, welcome to day 2 of my lemon kind detox adventure. I'm so glad that I could be sharing this with you guys, and I'm so glad you guys are interested. That's really cool. So finishing day 2, I'm not gonna lie, it was really rough.
Can we talk about how rough I look in this right now? Like day 1 was full of hopes and dreams, and day 2 was just like,
I feel like for day 1, I had a lot more gumption to be like, oh, this is new, this is exciting, let's try it. But then day 2 was more like, I miss food. But day 2 offered a lot of insight for me. Number 1, how bad my eating habits are. I thought day 1 was bad. We have this little bowl of candy at the front desk at work, and I kept walking by it and like picking up a lollipop. And I'm like, what am I doing? I can't have this. So put that back. You know, it was kind of cool to be able to be like, I'm not gonna indulge and I'm gonna be okay. So I did like that. It was a lot of strength. You know, my fiance had noodles cooked when I got home, and I'm Italian and I love my pasta. But even then I was like, I can't have that. The other thing I noticed this morning, once I knew when I woke up that I could have coffee, because I found that out yesterday, I was immediately back to like coffee as soon as I woke up. And then I was like, you know what? No, you're not doing that. So I didn't treat myself to a cup of coffee this morning, and I just stuck to the juice, and I got to work. And when I got to work, I realized I didn't need the coffee. And I actually didn't end up making my first cup of coffee until like 11:30, and I get to work between like 7 and 8. So that was awesome. I didn't drink as much water today as I would have, but I mean, the night is not over, and I'm gonna start chugging some water, because let me tell you guys, when I say that this stuff will make you pee, okay? Like, my best friend is pregnant, and we work together, and she pees all the time. However, you would think that I was 9 months pregnant from the amount of times that I run into that bathroom because I have to pee. And that's normal. I checked the FAQs, that's what's on their website. They were like, you'll notice that you'll be going number 1 a lot. And like when I say detox or cleanse, people are like, oh my God, you're gonna a lot. Like, I've pooped twice. Sorry, getting real with y'all, but I did. So you really don't poop a lot, and you just pee tons. But that's like the nitty gritty. Sorry to get like personal about that. But what I wanted to do for day 2 was I wanted to jump into the flavors, and I really wanted to jump into like each drink and kind of explain to you my thoughts on it, because I did take the time as I was drinking them today to be like, how do I feel about this? Because yesterday it was just so new, right? Yesterday was just like, oh, this is new, this is exciting, I'm not really digesting it. Today I'm like, this isn't so new, how do I really feel about it? So I got my day 3 box here. The first one that you drink in the morning is Vibrance. This is what it looks like. Back here, it tells you what each ingredient is meant to do. So Vibrance has apple, cucumber, mango, lemon. I don't know how to pronounce this, and I'm just gonna write it on the screen. Green tea and peppermint. No added sugars, no preservatives, no concentrates. So Vibrance is made to like get your day started. You wake up, it's the first thing you drink. They say to drink it around 7. However, the times that they have, like 7 to 9, does not have to be followed strictly if you're not someone who wakes up at 7. If you're someone who wakes up at 10:30, you just have to adjust it so that you're drinking each of these every 2 hours. You know when something tastes really, really, really good in the morning, like a glass of orange juice, and then you drink a glass of orange juice at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all of a sudden it's not as great, and it's a little acidic and a little sour, and you're like, ooh. That's kind of how it is with this. The peppermint part of it does leave a very minty aftertaste, so I feel like I just brushed my teeth. This does have green tea in it, so it's supposed to waken you up and get your metabolism going. So that's Vibrance, that's number 1, that's 7 o'clock. After Vibrance comes Awareness, and Awareness is meant to recharge you. So this is what Awareness looks like. It's got a cute little seahorse on it. And there's the back of it, and it's infused with vitamin C. This one is Aronia Berry Lemonade, so it's not a tea, it's not a juice, it's a lemonade. It's apple, aronia, cucumber, lemon, blueberry, and again, that one word that I can't pronounce. I attempted it today at work and someone laughed at me, and I was like, nope. This is my favorite one. I really do like Awareness. I think I like the fact that it's a lemonade, so it's not a juice, it's not a tea. It is something totally different because I can't have soda. You know, I have coffee, but coffee's kind of bland when you drink it black like I do, it's a little bland. But I do like this one a lot. I also really, really enjoy cucumber and apple together. It's something that I like. So you go from 9 to 10, 10 to 11. 11's my hardest part. Every single day. It's been 2 days, okay? Everyone is making their lunch. So like I walk into the staff kitchen at work, okay? I'm going into the fridge to get a juice. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I'm drinking a cold juice. So that's kind of what sucks. However, I realize I'm not even hungry. Like I'm jealous over the smell and the sensation of eating, but I'm not hungry. I'm fine. I don't have a headache. So I think it's just the fact that drinking something cold when someone else has something warm and theirs smells really good and yours just smells the same as the previous two, it just kind of puts you down. And that's the thing about these juice cleanses, is they will put you down because you're missing out, right? But remember, it's 3 days. It's 3 days. You're fine. Also, calories. I forgot this. Sorry. Let's start this now. Vibrance has 130 calories and Awareness has 130 calories as well. So the next one is called Transformation. And Transformation, even though like taste-wise, it's not my favorite, what it does for my body is totally my favorite, because this is the part of the day that I really start to like lose my focus. You know, it's lunchtime, I can't eat. I'm kind of like hitting that hump in the middle of my day. So Transformation is turmeric, carrot, gingerade. So this one is apple, carrot, cucumber, pineapple, lemon, mango, ginger, and turmeric. I really, really like it. It's high in vitamin A and it is 140 calories. And this one like really helps you gain your focus, just making sure that brain is functioning. I really like it for that aspect because like I said, at 11, that's when I start to lose it. And then I drink this and I am back in the game. Next, as the box says, my next one is at 1 o'clock. And it's called Strength, and you're pretty much rejuvenating the body at this point because I just went through lunch without food. I just went through breakfast without food. My body is a little like, come on. And so this one really swoops on in and brings me back to life. Transformation really helped me deal with the fact that I wasn't eating lunch, whereas Strength really helps me feel like I can get through the rest of my day. This has cucumber, apple, lemon, spinach, kale, ginger, and chlorella. Chlorella is a freshwater algae that is known to have B12 and iron. So B12 actually helps with DNA synthesis and producing cellular energy. So this right here is kind of like your go-to for whenever you feel like you're just not going to make it through the rest of the day, which is kind of like 11 o'clock for me, and that's why I like transformation so much. But transformation just really helps me get my head back in the game. This really helps my body get back in the game, so I feel awake. I feel like, okay, I got this. I haven't eaten all day, but I feel great. That's strength for me. So yep, drink this at 1 o'clock. Then the process starts to renew itself. So after 1 o'clock at 3 p.m. I drink Vibrance again. And then at 5 p.m. I drink Awareness. And then instead of going into transformation, I will do strength again at 7 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., which is a really nice surprise for me because usually 7 is when I cut off eating. But what's actually really nice is there is a juice designed for 9 p.m. that is supposed to help your body relax, unwind, and get you ready for a good night's sleep. It's called Renewal. So it looks like this. And it's blueberry, cinnamon, chia seed. And it has apple, blueberry, milk, chia seed, cinnamon, whole grain, brown rice protein, and unsweetened cocoa. This is delicious. Like, this is dessert worthy. I really do like this a lot. It's not probably my favorite taste wise as Awareness is, but pleasing my taste buds. Oh, we're craving something sweet late at night. This hits the nail on the head. So this also really helps reduce my late night snacking, which I'm not doing anyways, but I can understand it because fiber helps you not feel so hungry. But also, like, the cinnamon in it is such a nice surprise. Like, you wouldn't think, but the cinnamon and the blueberry together is so good. I love it. I am actually very excited for this. I have to, like, it's like 6 o'clock now and I have to still drink strength, but I really just want to skip ahead and drink this, but it's fine. I'll wait till 9. And I actually did get nice and sleepy after I drank this last night. I ended up falling asleep, I think at like 10:30 or 11, and I woke back up at 5:30 completely awake. Tim thought I was still sleeping and he was being all quiet and it was dark, and I was like, hey, I'm awake. You can open the drawers loudly. And he was like, you're awake? Yes, I was awake. It was a nice sleep. So I'm excited to try that again tonight. And that completes it for day 2. I hope you guys really enjoy this so far. I'm having a good time with it. Oh, I stopped counting the calories, didn't I? And this one is actually the most. It's 180. So all of these together, drinking them day by day by day, you actually end up around like 1,129 calories, I believe is the number. I could be wrong. And typically I am trying to stay under 1,300 calories for my diet. And that's hard to do without exercise. So that kind of forces me to go do my cardio so I can gain an extra 400 to 500 calories back in my day. But with this, like, being able to stay under my 1,300 calories by a lot and also still be getting everything my body needs, it's just really helping me realize how much I'm overeating, how much I'm doing unnecessary eating, and how a lot of my eating is therapeutic and not so much necessary. All right, you guys, that completes day 2, and I will check back in with you guys tomorrow for day 3. Night. So don't mind me, I'm just getting ready to do a face mask, and then I'm gonna get into the shower because my hair is a greasy mess. I wanted to come and sit down really quickly and finish up this review because I did do a review for day 1 and day 2, and I didn't do one for day 3. I was just super busy. I had someone come over and I just didn't find the time to sit down in front of the screen. But let me tell you, day 3 was not as hard as day 2. Day 2 was by far the worst. I think day 1, it was new, it was exciting, I was anxious about what these were gonna taste like and how my body was gonna react. And then day 2 hit and I knew everything coming down the pipeline because I just did it with day 1. But I was kind of like, okay, but I missed food. I really missed the act of putting food in my mouth. And then day 3 happened and I started noticing more positive changes in my body that made up for the lack of eating. So, number 1, I noticed that my skin is clearing up. Like, I take a bunch of supplements, I drink a bunch of water, but like, if you have watched any of my other videos, my skin is very red whenever I don't have any makeup on. And right now, I don't have any makeup on. But is my skin super red? No, it's not. And like, not just like on my face. I have KP on my arms and that was really clearing up. I just really noticed that there is changes happening in my skin that is derivative from the food that I'm putting into my body. So having to wipe all that food out and go back to wholesome nutritional substances has really made a difference in not just my acne, but like the overall tone of my skin, the bumps on my arms, just everywhere. So I thought I would just let you guys know that my skin has cleared up tremendously since this video. Like, looking back on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at my skin. It was so pink, it was so red, there was so much acne. And like, even then, I thought my skin was clearing up. So like, you can only imagine how bad my skin actually was. I have come to realize that not only is it part of my diet, it's mostly coming from the supplement, a specific supplement I've been taking. And it has completely changed my life. If you guys are interested in me doing a review on that supplement, let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to. It's amazing. It's completely cleared my acne. It's changed my whole mood. I'm much more calm and happier now. My acne is cleared up. My skin looks great. My sleep is so much better. So let me know. Number 2, I have gotten really good sleep. So at night when I would drink the Renewal, I would get sleepy within like 40 minutes and then I'd be out. I'd be like, I don't care if it's 9:30, I'm going to bed. However, I have noticed that I was waking up at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and then I'm finally up at 5:30. So like for me, when I was younger, I would always get up at 7. It didn't matter if I went to bed at 10 or if I went to bed at 1, I was always up at 7. Then as I got older, I started sleeping in more and more and more, and especially after I graduated college, I'd sleep in a lot. So getting up early in the morning is hard for me now. It's more difficult. With this Renewal juice that I was drinking, I was waking up very, very early in a really great mood. I wasn't as cranky. I also noticed that my sinuses were clearing up. I did have a little bit of a cold or leftover of what was a cold a few weeks ago, and that's gone. So doing the whole juice cleanse really boosted my immunity, and I feel awesome on that end. And then most importantly, I also noticed I was at work and I was sitting in a meeting and I was wearing these pants, these like black jeggings, and those I don't wear too often for 2 reasons. One, I don't have that big of a butt, so they kind of like slide down in the back. But number 2, they really show off like my bloatedness, right, and my lower belly area, and I would get really self-conscious of it, especially when I was sitting down in a meeting in the conference chairs, because the chairs in our conference room at work are lazy boy office chairs that you kind of recline in, and anytime I would do that, I'd always notice like my belly would stick out and I'd get really self-conscious. Anyways, that was gone. Like, that bloatedness down below is totally, completely gone, which is awesome. And last but not least, I also started today fresh with just whole fruits and whole veggies, and I feel like I am in total control of my body. I feel like I'm in total control of what I want to eat, when I want to eat. I'm reading my body's signs way better than I was before. I know when I'm actually hungry compared to when I'm stressed or bored, and I know not to eat. If there's one thing I could improve on, is now that I'm not juicing, I really need to up my water intake. Yeah, for the most part, those are all the benefits of the cleanse. I'm really happy I went through it. They did taste pretty awesome. I hope this review was completely thorough for you guys. If you have any questions, I have all the links down below, especially the FAQ page at Lemonkind. Go check it out. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!